Okay, in the following video, I'm going to show you how to connect a sustain pedal by M Audio and also an expression pedal by M Audio to work with this Arturia keyboard. This is an MKII, this is a 61, but it should be the same if you're using the 49 or the 88. So let's see how this works. This took a little while. On the back of the controller, you can see I've got the two jacks plugged in for the sustain and expression. No big deal. Pretty straight away. There's the two pedals. That's the SP2 and the other one is the EX-P. Okay, so let's get this to work. Okay, at this point I've opened up the Arturia MIDI Control Center. And if you note up at the top, I'm on the controller map. You don't want to be on device settings, which looks like this. Make sure you're on controller map. Make sure you're on factory template default, so that way you can see the default settings. Now at this point, with your two pedals plugged into the keyboard, go ahead and up at the top here, click expansion. Now once you click that, you'll note at the bottom, the MIDI CC number is 11. You want to keep that in mind. I would set this at the full range so you've got full control, but of course you can set limits in here as to how much or how little you want the range to be. I want the full range, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So again, the CC number is 11 for the expressions. Let's go ahead and click on sustain, and on sustain you'll note that the CC number is 64. Again, I'm going to leave these values for the maximum range from 0 to 127. So 11 is for expression, 64 is for sustain. Now we're going to take a look at one of the VST instruments by Arturia, and I'll show you how those two numbers apply to the foot pedals that you've plugged into your Arturia keyboard. Okay, so I have opted to open up the ARP 2600. Probably not the best instrument to illustrate the sustain pedal, but I'll show you why in a minute, but it works without doing anything. Now that may not be the case with other instruments, but anyway, I will show you how the expression pedal works. This is pretty simple. So with ARP 2600 open, or if you have another V Collection instrument, go ahead and open that up. Click the cog wheel up at the top, and then go ahead and click MIDI. Once you do that, you can see what the default settings are, okay? So what we want to do at this point is have this particular ARP 2600 learn the foot pedal by M Audio, the EXP, or the EX-P rather, is the model number once again. So I'm simply going to click on Learn, and once I click on that, you'll see everything get highlighted. At that point, I'm going to step on the pedal, and you'll see a new control number come up with a new setting. Here we go. Okay, so that's on. Now I'm going to go ahead and step on the pedal, but I'll show you this in a minute because I can't do this on the same video. All right, so I'm stepping on the pedal, and at the bottom you note that matches the control number we talked about earlier, right? In the MIDI Control Center, it's number 11. However, I really don't want to use this width oscillator for that expression pedal. I really would prefer to use that for the general volume. So what I'm going to do is, now that we know it works, and you saw that because this just came up, I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to go delete. I'm then going to click off the learn button, and I'm going to change this value of 7 to, guess what, 11. Now I'm going to save this as user 1. Save current configuration as user 1, because that's going to override the default setting and save the volume setting to 11. Okay, so now I'm on this setting user 1, the one I just created. As you can see, the control number 11 was changed successfully from 7 to 11. Now at this point, we know that that's done. I'm going to go ahead and show you the actual MIDI controller, the MKII, using the expression pedal and also the sustain pedal. So here we go. Okay, so I'm back at the Arturia keyboard, and I'm stepping on the pedal, and you can see how the values are changing. And the pedals once again are down below there. So I'm stepping on this one here. Alright, so now I'm just going to hold down a key and you'll hear it in the background, how it changes. So as the numbers increase, of course, that's where I'm pushing down on the pedal. Now, one thing I want to point out is if you don't have any volume, when you start playing your VST instrument, it's a likely possibility that your foot pedal is in the up position all the way. Two other things I wanted to show you. So make sure, by the way, when you start playing, you've got some kind of value on it. Remember, we set it to a minimum of value from 0 to 127. You can see how that's changing. So I'd like to show you two other things real quick. So up on the screen, when I'm stepping on the pedal, you'll see the global volume actually changes in the ARP 2600. So that's one other tip I wanted to show you. And the last thing I wanted to show you is on this M audio. You want to make sure that the switch is on M audio and it's not on other. Now, I did mention before about the sustain pedal. Sustain pedal is automatic. It just defaults to 64. There's no configuration changes needed. So I'm going to go ahead and hold a note with the foot pedal down, and you'll see how it sustains nicely. Okay, so I'll try another note here. So you can see I'm not holding the pedal down. Now watch when I hold the sustain pedal down. And voila, there you have it. That's both foot pedals with an Arturia V instrument. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.